Monday on this January 4th, 2021, and the title of this show, we changed everything up because of the latest events from Sunday night final season game. The title of this show is The Tanking of the Eagles. The tanking of the Eagles. Wow. Did you see that travesty? Sunday night, the very final game of the NFL last night on Sunday Night Football. And that's the reason why we had to do this show, the tanking of the Eagles. Welcome back. This is Football 101. I am your host, The Beetle, and we are hyped already this Monday. There's a lot of news going on in the NFL. The last game of the season just happened all the games finished yesterday, and I was going to do a show on the NFC East Division champ, the Washington football team, and all the teams in the NFC East. Washington football team with the Philadelphia Eagles. New York Giants won yesterday, and the Dallas Cowboys lost. But what happened in that Sunday night game? Goes over everything. Wrong word. Goes over everything. That is the tanking of the Eagles. Did you see that travesty? Oh my. Yes, I have to do a show on this. It was the way it developed was it affected the entire NFC East division, and it tells you what is really happening in the NFL nowadays, and what teams are doing to position themselves. Guess what? For next year. It's not about competitive sport. That was the travesty. Let me just say right up front, the Beatles says that was the travesty what we and the entire country witnessed. Everyone is coming out. I was just shocked. And this is because head coach Doug Peterson and that organization of Philly, and I love Philadelphia, by the way. Fly, Eagle, fly. Fly, Eagle, fly. I love Philly. Once I visited Philly a couple of years ago, man, they bring the attitude. But what I witnessed, and the entire country witnessed last night was a travesty and did injustice to Philadelphia. Wow. Just think about Philadelphia, all the players. Think about the history of Philadelphia, the Eagles. Always fighting for respect against New York, against Dallas, against Washington. Always fighting for respect. Just won a Super Bowl, 3 years ago. And the travesty that we saw of the tanking of the Eagles was just horrible. That was not competitive football. That was situating yourself in the draft. Now here's the situation. For those of you who did not see it, I'm going to I cut straight to the issue. I don't know how long this show will be, but if you like the show, please like it. If you've seen the show, the Football 101, please subscribe. I'm having too much fun right now. I want more of you to have fun. I want more of you to have fun with me. So please subscribe. There you go. So what happened? It really came down to Philadelphia was not going to get in the playoffs because of New York Giants winning, and they'd already lost the previous week. But Jalen Hurts, the starting quarterback, there's so much controversy in Philly. It's layer after layer after layer controversy. Well, I need to back up a little bit more. Carson Wentz, who was not even suited up for this game, was on the sideline. He was benched a couple of games ago because just being ineffective. Jalen Hurts, the rookie from Oklahoma, in which go Jalen, go. Go Jalen Hurts, which I'm a big supporter of. Yes, I'm a big supporter of Jalen Hurts, the quarterback. And from since he was drafted, but he again going against the Washington football team, he came out playing very well, quite frankly, pretty decently. And matter of fact, they were winning this game for what was it, 14-10, something like that. I think it was before halftime. They were winning, and yet the Washington football team, which is a very good team, headlined by Chase Young, the defensive end from the Ohio State University. Chase Young and that defensive line on Washington is and head coach Ron Rivera he really has a great team there, solid team. But what was happening? And then let me get back. Carson Wentz was benched. Carson Wentz has this mega contract, and what I've heard from my various sources is that Carson Wentz the relationship between Carson Wentz and the head coach Doug Peters is fractured. It's fractured. It's gone. There's no connection anymore. Carson Wentz wants out of Philly. And the reason why is because guess what? He was benched. Carson Wentz, what we finding out about Carson Wentz, I like his competitiveness, and yes, he's a starting quarterback. He's solid, but you did not play well throughout the season. You're a quarterback. You're going to get benched eventually. If you don't play, guess what? NFL is about winning. Again, image is fine, nice, but winning it's all about winning. But anyway, Carson Wentz was benched several times. Jalen Hurts had the start, okay, and they played well up in the first half. They were hanging in there, and everyone thought that Washington was going to, a football team was going to get in there. But again, Jalen and the Philadelphia Eagles, they were bringing it, man. This is competitive football. This is real NFL football. When you put your pads on, you expect to be competitive at every level, particularly at the NFL. But guess what happened in the end of the third quarter? The Eagles were really competitive, and they made some bonehead. Doug Peterson, this is when you know the suits in Philly. I don't know who's making this call. And even Chris Collinsworth in the Sunday night broadcast, Chris Collinsworth just called it out. He said something is wrong about this. Something is wrong about this. You got Jalen Hurts and the calls by Doug Peterson going for it for fourth down. They had the ball at the 3-yard line, 4-yard line, whatever. They could have easily kicked a field goal and tied up the game. What was it? Tied up the game 17 to 17 to 17 because it was 17 to 14. They could have easily kicked a 5-yard field goal, 10-yard field goal, 20-yard field goal, whatever it was. But Doug Peterson decided to go for it on fourth down. Bad call. It was a bad play anyway. And Jalen Hurts did not connect with the wide receiver on the rollout. And it was just a poorly played at that point in time. And I felt for Jalen Hurts being in that situation, did not connect with the wide receiver. So they did not make it on downs. And that's after, and then the Washington football team managed to get out of the end zone, move the ball a bit. But after that, Jalen Hurts was pulled in the fourth quarter. Once the fourth quarter started, Jalen Hurts was benched for the third string quarterback. I don't know his first name, Sudfeld. Sudfeld. He was pulled. And Doug Peterson said he wanted to play Sudfeld sometime during this game. Guess what? It was 17-14. And you bring in the third string quarterback? What was that? And, Chris Collinsworth called him out, rightly so. Said this didn't seem right. It just didn't seem right when you bring a third string quarterback in. It's 17-14, and you can still win the game. Jalen Hurts is on the sideline looking around like, what's going on? Jalen Hurts didn't know what was going on. Again, he made mistakes, but he made the the Philadelphia Eagles competitive in this game. What was that about? You pull your starter, and you say you want to evaluate Jalen Hurts in prime time. This is the best time to evaluate Jalen Hurts. When the game is on the line, you're pulling, and you bring in the third string quarterback. I knew something was going on. Chris Conley Michaels was crazy. He was surprised too. And again, the tanking of the Eagles. They went on that. Let me just say, they went on that fourth down play for the touchdown because of the metrics. Even Chris Collinsworth called him out on that. That didn't seem. Kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. But the metrics said, oh, we can make it on fourth down. Wrong. The metrics also say, guess what? Let's position ourselves in the offseason to get a higher draft pick. So that's the reason why Doug Peterson put in Sudfeld. They wanted to lose this game. Period. That was obvious at the very beginning, not just in the fourth, but really beginning this entire week. The suits, I'm calling out the suits in Philly. They called out this game. They said, we want a higher draft pick. If there's any slight chance of getting that higher draft pick, take it. Take the game. And that's what happened. Doug Peterson. So sad to see. It's all on your shoulders. And based upon that, I would have fired him. I saw the owner in the booth. Nice guy. But something is going on in Philly that's just not right. They're trying to micromanage the contract from Carson Wentz. Don't want to pay him. Carson Wentz wants out of Philly. Jalen Hurts just want to play football. He's the best out. And what even told you more that this was a taking? Even even the quarterback Smith for the Washington football team asked Jalen Hurts at the end of the game, what happened? Why were you pulled? And they knew this was contrived. Fly, Eagle, fly is not flying too well. This was a tanking, and this was a disgrace to the NFL. I said it, disgrace to the NFL. Shame on you, Doug Peterson. You should have been fired. You should be fired for making a move like that. Just to get a higher draft pick. To move up in the NFL draft. They moved up to number 6 or something like that, because now their record is 7-9. They lost this game 20-14. And guess what? There were several occasions after that blown fourth down and pulling Jalen Hurts, of which the Eagles could have still won the game because the fumbles by Smith. The Eagles almost recovered a fumble in the Washington football team area, and they could have even could have recovered the fumble and got into position just to cook a field goal, but they didn't recover the fumble. Everything that was so funny. The New York Giants. If the Washington football team lost the game, the New York Giants would have been in the playoffs. And they were tweeting back and forth. I feel sorry for the Giants. Because they even knew that the Philly team was tanking. So I had to do a show on this because this affected the entire NFC Eastern Division title. And again, all props to Washington Washington football team for being the champs. For Ron Rivera, what he's gone through. Props to Ron Rivera. Props to Smith, the quarterback, gone through everything. Great feel-good story. Great feel-good story. But again, enough of the feel-good stories. This is the NFL. And when we see controversy, when we see a plot, when we see things that happen out on the field that's just not right, this is not competitive football. This was tanking by the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly. A travesty. And someone has to be, the commissioner has to be come in and say, we cannot allow this. I'm calling on the NFL commissioner to investigate this and have some heads roll. Give him a warning. Give him a penalty. Because this was a travesty. It's okay when you don't play your starters, but it's another deal when you don't have, again, you're not there as from the Eagles standpoint to get in the playoffs, but it's about pride. It's about professional pride as an athlete, as an NFL player. And Jalen Hurts, he's going to say the right thing right now. He just wants to play in the NFL and start. But benching Jalen Hurts at the beginning of the fourth quarter when the Philadelphia Eagles had a chance to win this game. And the Washington Redskins were not playing that well. Okay? This was a game to take from the Washington football team. So, again, Doug Peterson needs to go. The tanking of the Eagles, this goes against the ethics of football. Tanking just to get a higher draft pick and also just to not to pay Carson Wentz his mega bucks. That's all this was about. It was the suits up in management in Philly. Somebody's calling these shots, and it's definitely Doug Peterson. You're taking the blame. But somebody else is calling these shots in Philly. So that was a travesty. I had to do a show on this because it's just horrible. And yes, I'm not from Philly, but I do appreciate Philadelphia football. NFC East Division football. What do you think? What do you think about the Eagles' last game? What do you think about the tanking of the Eagles? Please like and subscribe and give me your comments. Because we need to get it to Doug Peterson, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we need to get it to the commissioner too. We want competitive football from start to finish. Props to the NFL for completing the regular season. We're all hyped for the playoffs, but we don't like games like this when you officially tank on national TV. Should not happen. Period. Football 101 is calling out Doug Peterson and fly, Eagle, fly. This is Football 101. This is the deal. The tanking of the Eagles. That's our show. I hope you like it. Send me a reply. We just getting started. See ya, everybody. We're out of here.